place in the
I nearly got
UK.
arrested on the Norfolk Broads when I was living there because I was doing 3 knots instead of 2 knots on the canals, and I got pulled over by the canal police. They told me to slow down because I was causing a wake or something. So,
like nowadays, people have got footballers got the £100 million Lamborghinis doing, no, you're on a little barge around the Broads. I like it near Stalham. Very good.
Harry used to refer to me as Enigma as well, because I wasn't getting drunk on Tuesday and rolling into training with bloodshot eyes on Wednesday, and I wasn't gambling and playing golf and all the other stereotypical pastimes of professional football players at the time. So Harry used to refer to me as the Enigma as well. But
was West Ham always going to be, once you were in the youth team and apprentice and pros, was that always going to be West Ham, or do you remember any other clubs sniffing around with you at the time?
Oh no, so when I was before I signed my youth team contract, then there was a whole rash of London clubs trying to sign me and everything else. But I'd gone to West Ham. I was very happy with West Ham, so I signed, like you said, my schoolboy forms, my apprenticeship, and subsequently my pro contract there. And Billy's first managerial job was when I was in the reserves. So he had that. Unfortunately, he had me for his first run out as a manager, and then he took the main job. And like I said, I was incredibly happy there. I think there was a slightly different environment in clubs back then as to what they are now. Yes, we are commodities, but and I'm sure older pros mirrored exactly what I'm going to say now. Is it was like a family environment.
Yes.
And we didn't bounce around from one club to another club just chasing a slightly bigger contract. So I was part of that breed where it was a family club and you were potentially going to stay there for the majority of your career. I mean, back then there was a whole rash of players having testimonials for fulfilling 10 years of employment within the same club. I'm not entirely sure that happens anymore because people bounce around so much.
Yeah, you're totally right.
So like you said, I had no intention of going anywhere. My not my dream, but my passion was West Ham, and I had no intention of leaving. When I signed pro with Bill, it was me signing for my football career as opposed to me signing for a contract.
Yes.
Well, I signed with Bill, and Billy and I had a fantastic relationship. We used to train together away from football training because his fitness was remarkable. If he doesn't mind me saying it for a man of his age, and my fitness levels were. I like my fitness, and I still do. And I was probably one of the only guys at the club that could outrun Bill on a distance run. So him and I occasionally would train together in the gym or go for a run, and I had the most respect for and I still do for Billy Bonds, and that's who I signed my contract with. And then, as you know, dynamics changed within the club. Let's not go into that. Harry then took over, and it was made known to me that I wasn't in his plans on a long-term perspective. So that was the reason why. In fact, he told me that Norwich should come in, and it'd probably be a good idea if I went. If I wanted to play first team football, and that's what I wanted to do. Because I'm a crazy competitive person, and the idea of seeing out my career for another 2 years in the reserves, and then being anything could happen out of contract. I decided to, after the advice from Harry, to take.
I can hang with them, so to speak.
It's a combination of the two. I mean, it is intimidating, but not in a detrimental way, or I don't know. It's these people are doing what you want to be doing. Your youth team reserves, and you want to get into the first team. These guys are there; they're doing it, and obviously your aspirations are to do exactly the same as them. So it's a bit intimidating. And then you're obviously thrown in, and you're training with them. They've been there for a long time as senior pros, and they're rubbing you on top of the head in that condescending way because you're the new kid. And yes, we do realise you're condescending to us. So yes, in that regard, it is intimidating. But like I said, that fuels your passion and ambition to achieve, and you use that in a positive way, not in a negative way at all. And if you're not intimidated ever so slightly, then I think it's.
I know. I've interviewed him.
Back then, the boys did like a drink. yeah, I mean, you had like Trevor Morley and Ian Bishop and
Yes.
Dixie, like you mentioned. The boys like to enjoy themselves. So yeah, when Wednesday or Thursday, when we came back after a day break, then I was the team canary.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
But
yeah, because I mean,
but no,
yeah,
like I
because
said, and but going back to what I said about the family environment, everybody, the camaraderie was fantastic.
yeah,
Yes, you come to blows occasionally, and sometimes you might fall out for 30 seconds.
yeah,
But males aren't that intelligent. The girls hold a grudge for days and years and
so
decades.
true.
But boys, we have a blarney, and then we put each other into a headlock and crack on with it.
Exactly.